Hello, everyone. We are live. So welcome all viewers. I am at Tribal Council at dusk here, waiting for CYS to enter in. It is super dark, so we're going to do our best to light up our players' beautiful faces so that you can see them as well as hear them as they are in Tribal Council. So let's go ahead and turn around so we can watch as our CYS tribe files on in. All right. We have Tyler, Alex, Bergen, Colt, Fraser, and Brad all filing into Tribal Council.
Welcome to Tribal. I was wondering when I'd see you guys again. It's been a little bit. Did you miss me like I missed you? I'm sure. You guys had a couple pretty important challenge wins. Two where two tribes would go to Tribal and get rid of people. And here you are, ready to get rid of one more. Look at that puzzle had a little bit of a learning curve to it, no pun intended. I know Bergen and Brad started on the puzzle. What happened during that challenge where it kind of looked at that puzzle really wasn't fitting where you wanted it to?
Yeah, good question.
We had a great start.
Yeah.
Right away at the start, we got 4 pieces like right off the bat, but it felt like we kept it in the middle just to keep them together. But then we realized it was later on that it was on the outside. I think we just got flustered and couldn't figure out that outer ring, and then we just kept swapping in people when we saw things, but it just wasn't coming together. It's a hard puzzle, but yeah, we're obviously disappointed.
Brad, did you feel the swapping helped or hindered at all during this challenge?
I think it gave us some more flexibility for sure. I feel like it helped having another set of eyes, at least. So if we were stuck on something if we felt too long, getting that opportunity to get a fresh set of eyes in and maybe make progress versus just staring at it and trying to process,
Absolutely.
just getting another one. So I think that was a benefit, and we were all aiming for it, and we were able to swap out multiple times, but unfortunately it was, like Bergen said, it was a tough one. It was like, yeah.
Last Tribal you guys were here, you voted BJ out in the 6-0. How are you feeling with this Tribal? Is it going to be this unanimous? Is it more up in the air? Have people been hearing their names more than they did the last round they came to Tribal? Fraser, tell me about how it's been for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a very popular person all of a sudden. But we'll see what happens here. There's still some maneuvering. So I don't think the story's over. But I realize my name's on the block. There are a couple.
Or you're being pulled in as a number?
Both are happening. I think my name is out there for sure because I'm sort of in the middle, and people are like wary of risks, right? So. Other names that
their hunting party members have been voted out and are sitting over there. How does that make you feel? Essentially, with 4 votes to you, they could knock out 3 people out of this game with 1 vote.
Yeah, it's obviously a really big threat. And like I just heard, not everybody was clearly aware of that. It is a big threat, obviously, because then you do want to do the knockout. Honestly, it's kind of one of those things where there's not necessarily a perspective or a certain strategy that you can go into it in terms of dwindling around it. It's one of the parts of this season. Unfortunately, my 2 great hunting partners are out, which I did see coming back over. it puts me on the chopping block. And I bring a lot to the table, regardless if it's with a tribe, a different tribe, and that's really all you can do. I've done really well so far this season for me, for it being a first time, and it's we'll just see how it goes. It's like had Fraser had said, there's a lot of stuff being thrown around. There's a lot of communications. It's not as maybe easier as the first one was earlier today, but yeah, I think we're just gonna have to see what happens.
Interesting. Very, thank you. Thank you so much, Cole. Let's talk about the fundraising twist again. It seems like people have been dodging this bullet. Is there a contingency plan? Is everyone talking about what could happen next if the person voted out does have the most amount of money raised?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a real big topic of conversation this morning for us. And recently it's been more on the peripheral. You got a lot of time to chat and think and wonder why, people aren't raising more money for death row cats and dogs. I'm looking at you people, but you do your best and you really hope that, you can gauge what other people's charities are and size them up against yourself. It's obviously a huge factor in where we're placing the vote. So almost every single option needs to have a contingency. So it's never fun to go to tribal. It sucks even more when it's like you're playing two every time.
That makes sense. And Alex, has there been talk about who could potentially have the most money raised? What type of conversations around that has there been?
I mean, at one point we thought BJ had it because they were like an MMA fighter, and we floated names around, but like, who can really gauge who raised the most money? I think we all said around the same like ballpark like amounts. So I think that's up to speculation, and that's not what we're really focused on. It's really just like, how do we vote in the event of something happening like that? It's not more so like who has it. It's just like, what do we do if that happens? Which makes everything super complicated and super just like all over the place. And I think all of us are feeling that, especially after a 6-0 vote. It is not. I feel like it's not the same way this time.
And Fraser earlier mentioning potential idols. I'm sure of what I missed that you would like to put out there to talk about before we make our decision.
I'll make a final plea. In the mix.
Okay. Y'all did not miss anything when it glitched out just now. I am so sorry. I don't know why we're getting more and more dead spots on that one little hill. We won't have those tomorrow, hopefully. All right. So I'm heading off to tea time so that I can fill y'all in. I'm gonna do it by the light of this beautiful little barn over here, as usual. So, okay, hang on. Oh, it's so lit up. I was really worried about being able to read my notebook, but we're going to be just fine. Okay. Fraser basically just did a last like moment plea that was like, hey, like, remember, I'm not as much of a threat as like other people out here. So, okay. Y'all. That was great. Okay, I'm sorry. That was not crazy, but what I'm about to tell y'all is crazy. Because, wow. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to flip there because I could never possibly keep it straight in my mind because this is crazy. I'm gonna let you know 50% of this tribe is potentially targets. Let's get into what Fraser was talking about at the very beginning that caused a reaction with Alex, because that was like super interesting. Okay, so basically, actually, let's not even start there. We're gonna rewind. Okay, so going into last round, which was several rounds ago now, we had a three that felt really good about each other coming out of the first day of Bergen, Culp, and Tyler. Within that, Bergen and Culp appear to be feeling like each other are their number ones, and Tyler is a third that they really like. They feel like she's chill and that she's like great to work with, and they're really enjoying working with her. They do feel slightly closer to each other. And let's see, okay. And within that, okay, and that 3 also has a 4 along with Alex. So a group of Alex, Tyler, Bergen, and Culp as a 4. Alex was not super feeling great about that, would have rather worked with Fraser, Brad, and BJ, but because BJ had no vote, Alex decided to go ahead and side with that half of the tribe and go along with the unanimous BJ vote. However, Alex, okay, so, Jesus Christ, there's so much to say. Okay, so I know that this round, within like, so that foursome, Alex, Bergen, Tyler, and Culp. Alex approached Bergen and let Bergen know that Alex feels like, hey, like you're my number one. I feel the best about you forever, like about everyone. And convinced Bergen because Bergen feels that that's sincere. However, that was a complete lie by Alex because Alex's actual number one is Fraser. And not only is that a lie, Alex actually wants to target Bergen this round, like wants him out now. However, there's like a lot of different kinks in this plan because Alex's true alliance is not that group of 4 where he feels on the bottom, but it's actually a tight 3 of Alex, Fraser, and Brad. And they do all feel that way. Alex, Fraser, and Brad all feel like a really strong group of 3. So we actually have 2 triangles facing off. Let's see. Okay, so that triangle is hoping to target Bergen, potentially because Alex wants that. However, on the other side, they're kind of split on who they want. So Culp wants to target Fraser because of challenge performance, maybe feeling like he isn't as strong as everyone else in the challenges, and also because okay, Brad hasn't. Okay, so basically, also the last challenge, we've been hearing about idols and who got them. Brad has the idol for this tribe, and there's tea within the tea because Alex originally had the bag with the idol in it and put it in his pocket. But then, when they were trying to figure out if they were missing a puzzle piece, Alex put that bag back on the table, and then Brad ended up like being like, "Oh, what's this?" and grabbed it and put it in his pocket. So not maliciously, but now Brad has the idol, and Alex had it and accidentally like let it go. Um, so Brad has it. So Alex is like kicking himself and is like frustrated that he doesn't have an idol, although he doesn't like idols. So now Alex has to convince Brad to use his idol this round because Alex doesn't, necessarily want it to actually be a tie. But with an idol, a group of 3 against a group of 3 can actually do something and get a majority. The only thing is, the Bergen. Okay, sorry. The only thing is, Alex is going to ask Brad to play it on Fraser because Alex thinks where the votes are actually going, and he's unsure if Brad is willing to actually use the idol on Fraser instead of himself. Brad is saying that he cannot go home with an idol in his pocket because his wife would kill him, so I don't know how willing he's going to be to play it on someone other than himself. That's a huge risk, obviously. Let's see. Okay. And Alex, of course, would want Bergen to be the like target of that should an idol be played, and wants to idol Bergen out. Let's see. Oh, this is fun. So, okay. So, in other news, we have Fraser and Tyler who are worried about the hunting parties, but for opposite reasons. So Tyler is worried about the hunting parties, as we heard in Tribal, because she's the last one left in her party. And so she's worried that that could be an easy reason to just vote her out. However, Fraser is worried about hunting parties because he has a full party and is worried that, he might be a target because of that. So that's a fun, unique thing. And let's see. What else? Oh, okay. So in other news, Bergen wants this vote to split 2-2 because he feels like that foursome is like super tight. So he wants 2 of them between Alex, Bergen, Tyler, and Culp to vote for Fraser, and 2 to split on Brad in case of an idle play. Because again, he feels like Alex is voting with them. So like, this is about to be a mess, y'all. Like, I don't know. I don't know who's voting for who. I don't know if an idol is about to be played. This is crazy, and that's all we have time for. And thankfully, I feel like we almost accomplished it entirely. So here we go. Okay. So let's go on back. And yeah, I will try and find a healthy service spot so that we can all see the votes being revealed. Oh, oh my god, I feel like it's like, and that's what you missed on Glee. I feel like I was talking it double time because I was so needing to get all of that in. Okay. All right, let's flip our camera back around as we enter back in. Sorry, it's going to be a little dark here for a sec. Nope, that is the wrong camera. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. Ooh. All right, we are back in the tribal council area. All of Machias has voted and can only sit here silently and wait. This is a great spot to test for where the dead zones are since we're just being quiet, so it doesn't matter if I cut out for a second. And here is host Ellen.
If anybody has an advantage or an idol and they want to play it, confirmed this is a hidden immunity idol. Brad, who are you going to play it on?
I would like to play it on myself.
Absolutely. Any vote cast against Brad will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Brad, does not count. Second vote, Brad, does not count. Fraser. Fraser. That's 2 for Fraser. Tyler. That's 2 for Fraser, 1 for Tyler, 1 vote left. We have a tie, 2 for Tyler and 2 for Fraser. We will re-vote Tyler and Fraser. You will not vote. The 4 of you will vote again. If there is another tie, you will go to rocks, and Fraser and Tyler will be safe, and one of you 4 will be voted out.
Not Brad.
Not Brad, sorry. And one of you 3 will be voted out.
I was worried.
Sorry, Brad. If it is a tie, the 3 of you will go to rocks. I'll go set this. So, thank you.
You were going to revote? Sorry, question. Knew this. So with this revote, can we only pick the 2 people?
Between Fraser and Tyler, okay. Yes. Yep.
Sorry, just making sure.
Yep, absolutely. Good question.
Thank you.
So we're going to revote. Culp, I'll start with you. No talking, please.
All right, and we're gonna head away again during this revote back to our little area. All right, we'll just catch up again on that. Oh, okay. Nina, I'm back on comm, so you can let me know when to head back on my earpiece. All right, so that was insane. Okay, hang on. All right, let me just flip back around to be... Hang on, sorry, I have to... Okay, sorry, lots happening at the moment. Let me just flip this around. Katie, I'm here at the barn, so players can't be here right now. Sorry, I'm just making sure that the approaching tribe doesn't hear what we're about to talk about, because this is crazy. Guys, I need whatever tribe is approaching the barn to not be here. Oh, okay. I mean, they can hear me. Okay, whatever. All right, sorry. Well, there's nowhere for me to go right now. So. Okay. We'll just like huddle up right here and be like super quiet. Sorry. Okay, so that was crazy. Was that a 2-2-2 split? With 2 votes Brad, 2 votes Fraser, 2 votes Tyler? Because it feels like potentially that 4 of Alex, Bergen, Tyler, and Cole might have actually done that split that Bergen proposed. So I found super interesting, and the reason behind that, like why that might have just happened, is so when Fraser was first answering a question and talked about feeling like he was being in like the middle, Alex had a huge reaction right next to him, because I think Alex was trying to keep it a secret that like there was actually this whole other thing going on, like with Fraser and Brad, and that might have been enough to scare Alex into like going back into the like Bergen, Culp, Tyler group. So like I meant to bring that up last tea time, but I didn't have time. But that's like my only thought right now as to like what might have happened, or maybe the hunting party was more of like a discussion than we thought. And so yeah, wow, I don't know. So and if so, that's low key really wild, because Alex and Fraser had literally just established that they were each other's like absolute number one. So maybe Alex like didn't really like realize maybe he like didn't actually want to work with Fraser, and that like maybe Fraser was a little unpredictable with his words at tribal, but I don't know. I just know that it seemed like he had a big reaction right when Fraser revealed that like he was in the middle, and that was kind of supposed to be a secret because Fraser was supposed to feel on the bottom maybe out of that group of 6. I don't know, but good job Brad for playing the idol on himself and avoiding that 2-2-2 scenario. So that's exciting to have an idol that's potentially played correctly, whether or not he was the actual original target, which he might have been. I feel like maybe Bergen wanted to go for Brad or Fraser. So yeah. We're gonna head back in now because I think that's enough time. Okay. Okay, what a wild ride. All right. Oh no, people are still voting apparently. Oh no, maybe the last person just voted. Okay, sorry. All right, and we are heading on back into Tribal Council. Okay.
Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Fraser. Second vote, Tyler. Third vote, Fraser. That's 2-1. Last vote, Fraser. That is enough. You are eliminated from the game. Please bring me your torch.
All right. Good luck, my friends.
So if you raise the most amount of money on your tribe, and you
$1
did not raise the most, I'm very sorry. The tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go to the hunting grounds.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Good job, Fraser.
All right, and we're gonna walk with Fraser over here while on the live stream. We're just gonna head on over towards this tree.
Oh, the music and everything.
Oh,
The full treatment.
what a moment.
Yeah.
Well, you're worth it, you know. All right, we're gonna head on over to this bench, and hopefully a friend will stay lighting us.
What about this sad swing?
You can do the sad swing if you. It's actually very comfortable. We were all taking turns on it the
I'll
other
sit on
day.
the sad swing.
All right, let's do it. Why not?
It says Sunset Far Wedding and Events.
Well, that's where we are,
There we
so
are.
how appropriate.
Oh, all right. We're steady Eddie.
All right, Fraser, so let me just make sure that your tribe is heading out of the tribal council area. And then after a few moments, this will be your time to share any thoughts you have with our viewers back home. Just maybe another couple of seconds for them to get a little further away. All right, okay. As soon as they're down that hill, we will.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, Fraser,
Yeah.
this is your time.
All right. I just want to say hi to anybody back home on Prince Edward Island, Canada. Every good Survivor season needs that quirky Canadian, and I think I brought it. And I really appreciate anybody who supported me, both personally or through donations. This is a really fun ride, and it's been a blast. It's everything that you hoped it would be.
I'm so glad to hear that. Is there a particular fun moment that stands out for you in your time here? You've made it through 2 full days of Survivor action.
Yeah, the amazing race that opened the day was really fun because we were throughout the town of Houlton. We were exploring Houlton. We were working in these small teams, so really good camaraderie and teamwork there. And then today, Machias had a bit of a comeback story. We were the down tribe, and then we won a bunch, and we kind of had the fate in our hands, and we lost this last challenge, which is a bit too bad. But somebody's got to go, and the story isn't over yet.
I love it. Lots to be proud of about your time out here. Made it 2 full days, 1 very full and chilly night. So I'd love to hear maybe something you're most proud of about your time out here.
You know what? It might make me a little bit emotional, but 2 weeks ago, I was almost hospitalized because I have a health condition, and I spent 3 days pretty much on bed rest. All the brilliant women in my life said, "Don't do this." My wife, my mother, my mother-in-law, my sister. I said, "I still want to do this." So I'm just really proud that I persevered through that with my family's support, and then I got to have this fun adventure, and it goes on a little bit more yet.
I love that. That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing with
My pleasure.
us. Well, before I let you head on over to the hunting grounds, Fraser, you are playing for a very worthy cause.
Yeah.
So please go ahead and shout them out to the viewers and let everyone know who you're playing for.
Okay, a lot of people are thinking about Hurricane Helene and the damage that it is wrecking in your country. In my country, in Canada, I come from Canada's smallest province that was hit by a post-tropical storm, Fiona, 2 years ago, and it really, really destroyed our forests in amazing, heavy ways that we're still recovering from. So I'm playing for Island Nature Trust towards replanting those forests, which don't look anything like they should. So Island Nature Trust is a great cause, and I look forward to bringing them some cash.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Fraser. I will hand you off to your handler to head to the hunting grounds, and we'll say so long for now.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Back this way. Let Fraser head on over to the hunting grounds. And all right, let me flip this around before I lose. Okay. All right, and there you have it, another vote out. We will be going live again in the next 5 minutes, so you will not want to miss what is coming up next. So we will see you here in 5. What around? I need to take a moment with that because wow. So I will take a little breath. And I will be back in 5 minutes with you. So see you so soon.